9:48 p.m. The announcement came, without warning. The Berlin Tennis Open, one of the most prestigious grass court events on the WTA calendar, had just released its main draw wildcard list. And there, alongside German favorite Laura Siegemund, was a name that sent shockwaves through the tennis world: Alex Eala. This was not supposed to happen. She was scheduled to fight through 3 rounds of qualifying just to reach the main draw. But tournament organizers had other plans. They saw the Eala effect: the 25,000 fans in Birmingham, the crashed Nike servers, the sea of Philippine flags following her across continents, and they made a decision that could change everything. What does this wild card mean for her Wimbledon seeding hopes? And why is the tennis establishment finally treating her like the star she has always been? Berlin, Germany. June 11th, 2026. Rot-Weiss Tennis Club. The tweet appeared on the Berlin Open's official account at 10 a.m. local time. Simple, unassuming, and absolutely stunning. Wildcard news: Alex Eala is heading to Berlin. We can't wait to welcome her. The tennis world stopped scrolling. Eala had been scheduled to compete in qualifying for the WTA 500 Berlin Open, a field stacked with 9 of the world's top 10 players. There was no guarantee she'd even survive to the main draw. Qualifying is a brutal gauntlet: 3 rounds of do-or-die tennis against hungry opponents with nothing to lose. But tournament organizers had other plans. They saw what the WTA had been slow to recognize: the phenomenon that drew 25,000 fans to Birmingham, that crashed Nike's global servers when her signature collection dropped, that turned a modest grass court tournament into a sold-out spectacle. They saw the Philippine flags that follow her across continents, the overseas Filipino workers who pack stadiums from Dubai to London, the global diaspora that has made her one of the most marketable athletes in women's tennis. So they made a decision. They pulled her from qualifying. They handed her a wild card into the main draw. The timing could not have been more critical. Just days earlier, Eala had suffered a brutal 6-2 loss to her close friend Iva Jovic at Queen's Club, a defeat that snapped her 6-match winning streak and raised fresh questions about her Wimbledon seeding hopes. Her body was tired. Her schedule was packed. The smart move would have been to rest, to recover, to prepare for Bad Homburg, where she was set to partner with Venus Williams in doubles. But Alex Eala has never taken the smart move. She has taken the brave one. The wild card meant she wouldn't have to burn energy on qualifying rounds. She'd enter the main draw fresh, ready, and with something to prove. It was a gift from organizers who recognized her drawing power, but gifts in professional tennis come with expectations. She would face the best players in the world. She would have to earn every point. And she would have to do it while 163 ranking points from last year's Eastbourne final teetered on the edge of expiration. The wild card was an opportunity. It was also a test. Berlin, Germany. June 15th to 21st, 2026. Rot-Weiss Tennis Club. The Berlin Open draw reads like a Grand Slam quarterfinal. 9 of the world's top 10 players have entered, making this WTA 500 one of the most competitive non-major events of the grass season. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka headlines the field. The Belarusian powerhouse has been dominant all season, and her presence alone raises the stakes of every match. Elena Rybakina, the former Wimbledon champion and world number 2, brings her massive serve and grass court pedigree. Then there's Mira Andreeva, the newly crowned French Open champion. The 19-year-old Russian captured her first Grand Slam title just days ago, beating a qualifier in the Roland Garros final, and was originally scheduled to compete in Berlin. But on Thursday, Andreeva withdrew, citing a change of schedule. "My team and I decided to take more time to rest, recover, and better prepare for grass," she said in a tournament social media post. Her absence thins the field slightly, but not by much. Jessica Pegula, world number 4, Amanda Anisimova, world number 5, and Coco Gauff, world number 7, are all confirmed, bringing a powerful American contingent to Germany. Alina Svitolina, world number 8, Victoria Azarenka, world number 9, and Karolina Machova, world number 10, round out the top 10 presents. Belinda Bencic, world number 11, also withdrew with a right ankle injury suffered at Queen's Club, further thinning the field. Elise Mertens and Roland Garros semi-finalist Dana Schneider moved into the main draw as replacements. The stacked field represents both a challenge and an opportunity. Every match will be against top-tier opposition. There are no easy rounds. But that also means every victory carries significant ranking points. Points she desperately needs. The tournament is played at the historic Rot-Weiss Tennis Club, which has hosted the event since 1979. The grass courts are fast and true, rewarding aggressive players who take the ball early. Eala has already proven she can compete on this surface. Her Birmingham Open title, a 5-7, 6-3, 7-5 victory over Nikola Barčanová, broke a 13-match losing streak against Czech players and announced her arrival as a genuine threat on grass. The Queen's Club loss to Jovic was a setback, but not a devastating one. The American, ranked number 19, is a legitimate top 20 player who has now beaten Eala twice in 3 weeks. There's no shame in losing to a player of that caliber. Now Eala has a chance to reset. The wild card gives her direct entry into the main draw, sparing her the energy cost of qualifying. She'll be fresh, she'll be focused, and she'll have something to prove. Berlin, Germany. June 12, 2026. The numbers that define everything. Alex Eala stands at a crossroads. On one side, the world number 33 ranking she earned through blood, sweat, and tears, a career high that shatters every Philippine tennis record. On the other, 163 points from last year's Eastbourne final, set to expire on June 22, 2026. The timing could not be worse. The Eastbourne final was the best result of Eala's career at that level. She fought through the draw, held 4 championship points in a final set super tiebreak, and came agonizingly close to the trophy before falling to Australia's Maya Joint, 4-6, 7-6, 7-10. Those 163 points have been a cornerstone of her ranking ever since. On June 22nd, they vanish. The Wimbledon seeding cutoff falls on the same day. The top 32 players in the world at that moment receive protected placement in the draw, avoiding other seeds until at least the 3rd round. Seeded players face lower-ranked opponents, qualifiers, or wild cards early. Unseeded players could face a top 10 opponent as early as the 2nd round. The difference isn't just about rankings, it's about opportunity. About the chance to build momentum, gain confidence, and prove that a champion from a developing tennis nation belongs on the sport's biggest stage. Eala currently sits at number 33 with 1,416 points. With Bianca Andreescu, ranked 30, out for the rest of the season through injury, Eala is practically within the magic circle. The door is open, but it's also about to slam shut. If Eala does nothing, if she simply lets those 163 Eastbourne points fall off without replacing them, she drops from 1,416 to approximately 1,253 points. That drop would likely push her outside the top 35, well, outside seeded positions. Berlin is her last chance before the cutoff. The tournament runs June 15th to 21st, ending the day before the Eastbourne points expire. Bad Homburg follows immediately, starting June 21st, the cutoff day itself, meaning points earned there will almost certainly not count toward her Wimbledon seeding. Berlin is it. The math is unforgiving. A quarterfinal finish earns 108 points, not enough to offset the 163-point drop. A semi-final earns 195, enough. A runner-up finish earns 325, more than enough. A title earns 500, and she'd be locked in for Wimbledon outright. Eala has beaten elite players before. She defeated Iga Swiatek at the Miami Open in 2025. She's beaten Jelena Ostapenko, Madison Keys, and other Grand Slam champions. She belongs in this draw. But the path is treacherous, the field is stacked, and the clock is ticking. Berlin, Germany. June 12, 2026. The days before the draw. News of the wild card rippled through the tennis world, but for Alex Eala, the celebration was brief. She understood exactly what this opportunity meant and exactly what was riding on it. The work continued, as always, on the practice courts of Rot-Weiss. She ran through her drills with the precision of someone who understood the stakes, footwork patterns, slice backhands, low volleys, serve after serve. each one painting the lines. Her coach watched from the sidelines, arms crossed, expression unreadable. She looked sharp. She looked ready. The wild card was an opportunity, but opportunities in professional tennis come with expectations. The Berlin draw is stacked with 9 of the world's top 10 players. There are no easy matches. Every opponent is a battle. Every point must be earned. But Eala has faced worse odds before. The WTA advised her to withdraw from Birmingham over fitness concerns. She signed a waiver, played anyway, and won. They fined her $50,000 for withdrawing from a mandatory tournament. She paid it and moved on. Tournament directors overlooked her for Eastbourne and for Berlin's main draw in the past. She kept training, kept fighting, kept climbing. Now she has a wild card into Berlin, a chance to prove she belongs among the elite. "I am so honored to be here," she said after her Birmingham triumph. "Lifting this trophy doesn't mean I'll be among the greats yet, so I'm motivated to keep working." The work continues in Berlin. After Berlin, she travels immediately to Bad Homburg, where she's scheduled to partner with Venus Williams in doubles, a pairing announced by Tennis Channel, marking the first time the two will officially play together. Fans are already buzzing. "I am really, really excited," Eala said when the partnership was announced. Venus is such a trailblazer and continues to do so much and has done so much for the sport. The grass season is unforgiving. The schedule is relentless. But Alex Eala is ready. The wild card is a gift, but gifts in professional tennis come with expectations. She'll face the best players in the world. She'll have to earn every point. And she'll have to do it while 163 ranking points from last year's Eastbourne final teeter on the edge of expiration. With the magic circle of Wimbledon seeds tantalizingly close, the door is open, but it's also about to slam shut. If she fails to earn enough points in Berlin, the Eastbourne drop could push her out of seeded position entirely. Unseeded players can face a top 10 opponent as early as the second round at Wimbledon, a nightmare scenario that could end her Grand Slam dream before it truly begins. The pressure is immense. But Alex Eala has learned to carry it. "I try to find the healthiest way to deal with all of this," she said. "It's significant when I want it to be, but at the end of the day, I can do what I love. I've come a long way, and I'm very proud of myself." Berlin is her last chance before the Wimbledon cutoff. The tournament runs June 15th to 21st. The Eastbourne points expire June 22nd, the exact day of the seeding cutoff. Bad Homburg begins on the cutoff day itself, meaning points earned there will likely not count toward her seeding. Berlin is it. The draw will be released soon. Her first opponent is yet to be determined. But whatever happens, Alex Eala will walk onto the grass with the same fighting spirit that has carried her from the cracked courts of Quezon City to the brink of a Wimbledon seed. Leben, Eala Army. Berlin is just the beginning.